Here's a little history for you, a little history lesson. Where did music radio come from? Before 1951, there was no radio format. Top 40 was the first radio format, and Todd Storrs put it on the air in 1951 in Omaha, Nebraska. Radio ratings at the time were very accurate, much more accurate than they are today. And Todd noticed, well, how could you not notice that the top 20 countdown that he ran every week was the highest rated time slot in his entire week. So why was it a top 20 countdown instead of a top 25 countdown? Well, in 1948, several things happened. One was the transistor was introduced, and another thing, the 45 RPM record was introduced. And the 45 RPM record comfortably held about 3 minutes worth of music. More than 3 minutes, and the grooves on the records were smaller. They were tighter, closer together. It was easier to scratch the records. If you had no commercials, you could play 20 3-minute records in 1 hour. But most of the records were about 2:15 to 2.5 minutes long. So that gave you comfortably enough time within 1 hour to play about 20 songs and to still play commercials and the other things that you needed to do in the hour. And that's why I think there was a top 20 countdown instead of a top 25 countdown. Now, there are radio legends about a radio station owner, Todd Storrs, having noticed in bars and in diners and wherever people gathered that there was a jukebox that people played the same songs over and over and over and over. He noticed that the waitresses who worked there for, 6 to 8 hours a day often used their nickels and dimes to play the same songs over and over again. Now, nobody had ever done it before. Nothing but music. 24/7. Those early jukeboxes typically held between 50 and 80 45 RPM records. I think Mr. Storrs probably asked jukebox operators and found that half those records never got played, or hardly ever, as the people dropping their coins into the jukebox concentrated their attention on fewer than half the records that were available. So you could play about 20 records an hour. You needed to play the records again real quick. Thus, Top 40 was born. In 1955, Elvis Presley released his first record. The rock and roll explosion began, and by the end of the 1950s, it was not a city. There was not a city in the United States that did not have at least one top 40 rock and roll radio station.